our first look at the Star Trek lore reveals for UniVersus. Make sure you guys smash the grab button, that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. We're going to be starting off over here with our character reveal. This is for Brad, by the book Ensign, and this is going to be your character. It's going to be a 6 hand size limit with 27 health, which is actually pretty decent. All right, and then we have 2 abilities here. So we can response after you play a diplomacy character. Your rival commits a foundation. So anything that's got to do with the diplomacy, congratulations, you force rest something of your opponents for a foundation. It's pretty good. And then enhance, your turn, each player draws a card. So even though you're playing 6 hand size, you'll be able to find a decent amount of those resources to kind of keep things going with this, which is actually what you want to be seeing. And we have the holo for you to be able to kind of see how this is going to look from the printed version out here, which this card looks actually kind of nice. I am very curious to see how the other Star Trek characters are going to look, because this is not the only one that's available. We also got the Brad Acting Captain, and this is a 7 with a 7 hand with 21 health. So enhance, if it is your turn, each player discards 1 card and draws a card. If there are 2 or more attacks in a player's card pool, each player commits 1 foundation. So you're gonna get a little bit of burning here with the, I hope your opponent enjoys resting a crap ton of foundations out here. And then response, after a rival commits 1 or more foundations during the enhance step, this attack gets +1 or -1 damage. So a little bit of extra power stacked up onto the attacks, which is going to be good. But you've got your variety of characters here for things. And once again, you're gonna get the chance to see how the foil looks on this. Once again, the foil pattern on these is fantastic. I am super excited to actually get these in my hands and see what we can actually do with these cards. But those are both of your character reveals. Now, we actually get into the Comrade out here. This is going to be our first card out here. And this is going to be a 2 guard bottom and then 2 with a check of 5. So enhance, rest this, look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put them back in the deck in any order. So we got a pretty strong acting card, and for this being an asset, this is actually not bad. So every single turn, since your characters want to be able to draw cards, you'll be able to stack things up however you need to be able to kind of tell the future of what's to come. Don't underestimate effects like this. Also, this is a UR. This deck has some very, very interesting abilities in it. And once again, I mean, the ability to draw what you need to with your character, the fact that this is going to be an asset and allow you to kind of stack those things up and go, hey, you know, this is pretty good. I can find what I need here, and it's just for arrested. So you can do this technically on every single one of your turns that you get the chance to do it. I'll take that. And then we have the USS NCC 75567. This is another unique card. So remember, uniques, you can only have 1 of them existing at a time. If multiple of them tend to exist, goodbye, it blows itself up. So form, once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 of them to your hand, 1 to the bottom of the deck, and 1 to the top of the deck. Wow! Once again, you have another card that gives you the ability to start stacking up those resources and finding which cards that you are going to need to find you things. I also like the fact this feels like one of the first decks that I've seen. It's been taking a little bit more advantage of these assets in this game. Especially, I don't know what it is, assets, at least from what I've seen kind of messing around with. Up to this point, they haven't really felt super majorly impactful in the deck. You'll see a couple of them, but this is the first one that I've genuinely said, huh, I want to stack up multiple of these because I want to be able to start seeing that future ASAP. We also have Survey Mission. Okay, so this is our first look at a throw diplomacy. So diplomacy is going to be a keyword out here. And this has Blitz. Your rival chooses one of the following. All right, so they reveal their hand. Your attack gets +1, and you get +1 speed and +1 damage this turn. Or your rival commits 2 foundations. I'm probably going to say that in this situation, I would want to reveal my hand to my opponent so that I could, you know, I don't want to take more speed and I don't want to take more damage. All right, and then response. After your rival draws one or more cards, this attack gets +2 damage. That's actually pretty good. This is also hitting for its mid with 7 damage. All right, a 6 attack is a little bit, or the 6 check up there shouldn't be too hard, but I mean, you're getting hand knowledge, or you're just putting more pressure on your opponent, or you're basically stunning them for 2. Seems pretty good to me. And then we got our first foundation here, chronically dehydrated. All right, Ensign Enhance. All right, so this is actually bound, or the first ability is bound to our captain character. So discard 1 card. This attack gets +2 damage. Only playable if your character has the Ensign trait. As I said, all right, and then sacrifice 1 foundation. Freeze 1 ready foundation. Now, freeze is a card that is frozen, does not ready during its owner's next ready step. That's actually pretty cool. I know a lot of people are probably looking at this game, probably didn't even have a clue what freeze is. It just goes, hey, it just stays rested. It doesn't actually get the chance to stand up and ready itself, which is actually pretty good. All right, outside of that, these reveals, at least this for being a foundation that's locked to the character, I think is fine. All right, like if you're playing the 7 hand size, that discard should be free. And then we have First Contact Day. All right, so this is 2 upper, and then 2 and then 5 check down below. It's actually pretty decent. So while this card is ready in your stage, and there's a diplomacy card in your card pool, your rival's attacks get -1 speed. So this rewards you for not using this to tap. All right, I'll take that. And then enhance rest. If your rival has 11 or more foundations, commit 2 foundations. So this is where you kind of start to see those effects that that AOT was kind of having, that when you're hitting those 9, 10 thresholds of foundation and the game is still going, forcing your opponent to rest just on a literal tap is pretty good, actually. If not, you're going to force your opponent to get some minus speed on their checks, which once again seems pretty decent out here. Also, shout out to the art here. I really, really like that. That's adorable. And then we have Rues Stickler. So this is going to be another foundation. And then response, once per turn, after your rival builds 1 or more foundations during the combat phase due to a non-character effect, commit 1 of those foundations. Everything I've gotten out of these reveals so far, these cards all feel like they are focused on punishing the opponent, trying to force them to commit, not allowing them to get too out of the way, and it feels almost like you're playing very control options. And I think that's actually pretty cool with the design of those characters that we saw at the beginning. But once again, I want to see what more we have here, because this is just the beginning of the reveals for this. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.